Welcome to the Practical English Podcast. I'm Mike.
And I'm Angela. It's great to have you with us.
Today we're tackling a topic that can make even native speakers a little nervous: small talk.
That's right. Those short, casual conversations you have with people you don't know very well. It can feel awkward, but it's such a crucial skill for everyday life and for building connections.
Absolutely. Whether you're at work, meeting a neighbor, or just waiting for your coffee, knowing how to make small talk can make a huge difference. So in this episode, we're going to break it all down.
We'll cover what to say, what not to say, and give you plenty of practical examples for different situations. By the end, you'll feel much more confident starting a conversation with anyone.
So let's start with the basics. Angela, in a nutshell, what is the point of small talk?
Great question. It's really about breaking the ice. It's a way to acknowledge another person and build a little bridge of connection. It's not about having a deep, meaningful conversation. It's about being friendly and polite.
Right, it's the social glue. So what are some golden rules for good small talk?
My number one rule is to ask open-ended questions. These are questions that can't be answered with a simple yes or no. Instead of asking, "Are you having a good day?" which might just get you a yes and a dead end, try, "How has your day been so far?" It invites a longer answer.
That's a great point. It gives the other person something to work with. What else?
Active listening is huge. Don't just wait for your turn to talk. Actually listen to what they're saying. Nod, make eye contact, and use little affirmations like, "Uh-huh," or "That's interesting."
And that helps you find the next thing to say, right? If they mention they went hiking, you can ask where they went, or if they go often. It shows you're paying attention.
Exactly. It's about finding common ground. Maybe you both like hiking, or you've both seen the same movie recently. Those little shared interests are what turns small talk into a real conversation.
Okay, so let's talk topics. What are some safe go-to topics for small talk?
The weather is the classic for a reason. It's universal and non-controversial. You can always say, "Beautiful day, isn't it?" Or, "I can't believe how much rain we've had lately."
True. Other good ones are weekend plans. You can ask, "Have any exciting plans for the weekend?" Or on a Monday, "Did you get up to anything fun over the weekend?"
Hobbies, entertainment like movies or TV shows, and local events are also great. Anything that's light and positive.
Which brings us to topics to avoid. This is just as important.
Absolutely. Stay away from anything too personal or controversial, especially with someone you've just met. That means no politics, no religion, and definitely no talking about how much money you make.
Right, and avoid complaining too much. A little comment about being tired on a Monday is fine, but nobody wants to get stuck with someone who's constantly negative. Keep it upbeat.
And finally, a very important skill, knowing how to politely end the conversation.
The graceful exit.
The graceful exit. You can say something like, "Well, it was great talking to you. I should get back to it." Or, "It was lovely to meet you. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day." It's simple and polite.
Okay, so we have the basic rules down. Now let's get into some specific situations. First up, the workplace. Why is small talk important at work, Angela?
It's essential for building relationships with your colleagues. It makes the workplace more friendly and collaborative. You're not just a coworker, you're a person. It helps build trust and teamwork.
That makes sense. So where do these conversations typically happen?
All over. The classic spot is the break room or kitchen while you're getting coffee or heating up lunch.
Right. What would be a good opener in that situation?
Keep it simple. You could comment on what they're eating, in a nice way, of course. "Oh, that looks delicious. Did you make it yourself?" Or you can use one of our go-to topics. "Got any plans for lunch?" or "Looking forward to the weekend?"
Another common time is in the few minutes before a meeting starts. Everyone's sitting there in silence.
Yes, that can be awkward. That's a perfect opportunity. You can ask a work-related but light question like, "How's your week going so far?" or "Working on anything interesting at the moment?"
I like that. It's professional, but still friendly. What if you're talking to a colleague you don't know very well?
You can ask them about their role. Something like, "So, what team are you on? I don't think we've worked together yet." Or, "How long have you been with the company?" People generally like to talk about what they do.
Let's do a quick role play. Angela, you're my colleague. We're waiting for the elevator. I'll start. Hey, Angela, how's it going?
"Hey, Mike. Going well, thanks. Just heading to that marketing meeting. You too?"
Yep. Hopefully it won't run too long. By the way, I saw your presentation last week on the quarterly numbers. Great job. It was really clear.
Oh, thanks so much. I appreciate that. We put a lot of work into it. Your team's report was really insightful, too.
See? Simple, positive, and it builds a connection. A small compliment can go a long way.
All right, let's move from the office to the neighborhood. Talking to neighbors can be tricky. You see them all the time, but you might not know them at all.
It's true, but being on good terms with your neighbors is so valuable. You never know when you'll need to borrow a cup of sugar or ask them to keep an eye on your place when you're on vacation.
Totally. So the key here is to be friendly and approachable. A simple smile and a hello as you pass by is the first step.
Right. And if you see them outside, maybe doing yard work or washing their car, that's a great opening. You have a shared context, the neighborhood.
Exactly. You could say, your garden is looking beautiful. You must have a green thumb. It's a nice compliment and opens the door for them to talk about their hobby.
Or if you see them struggling with groceries, offer to help. A small act of kindness is a great conversation starter.
What if you're new to the area? How do you introduce yourself without being awkward?
Just be direct and friendly. When you see a neighbor, you can just say, "Hi there, I don't think we've officially met. I'm Mike. I just moved into number 12.
That's perfect. Then you can follow up by asking a question, like, is there a good coffee shop around here? Asking for a local recommendation is a great way to get a conversation going.
Good tip. Another common topic is local happenings. Did you hear they're fixing the road on Main Street? The traffic is going to be crazy. It creates a sense of shared community experience.
Or even talking about pets if they have one. Your dog is so cute. What's his name? People love talking about their pets. Just remember to keep these interactions brief unless the other person seems eager to chat. A friendly minute or two is all you need.
Okay, our next scenario, social events. This can be the most intimidating one for a lot of people. You're at a party, a conference, or a wedding where you don't know many people.
It really can be. The key is to remember that most people are in the same boat. They'd probably be relieved if someone came up and started a conversation with them.
So, how do you make that first move? What do you say to a complete stranger?
Use your surroundings. The easiest opener is to comment on the event itself. At a party, you could say, "This is a great party. The music is fantastic." At a conference, "This is a really interesting talk, isn't it?"
That's a good low pressure start. What about asking about their connection to the event?
Perfect. So, how do you know the hosts is a classic question at a party. Or at a work event, which department are you with? It immediately gives you something to talk about.
And compliments work well here too. That's a great bag. Or, I love your glasses. Just make sure it's genuine.
Of course. Another strategy is to join an existing conversation. If you see a small group of people talking, you can hover nearby, and when there's a pause, you can ask, "Mind if I join you?"
That takes a bit of courage, but it's very effective. Let's try another role play. We're at a friend's barbecue. I'll approach you while you're getting some food. "Hi there, I'm Mike, a friend of Sarah's. Everything looks so good. I don't know where to start."
"Hi, Mike. I'm Angela. It's nice to meet you." "I know, right? I definitely recommend the potato salad. It's amazing." "So, how do you know Sarah?"
"We went to university together. And you?"
"Oh, cool. We work together. Small world."
And just like that, you have a conversation. You've established the connection through the event and the host, and you can go from there.
Okay, for our last section, let's talk about those brief moments when you're just waiting. Waiting in line at the grocery store, at a coffee shop, or at a bus stop.
This is what I call micro small talk. It's very short, usually just a sentence or two. It's not about starting a long conversation, just about being friendly for a moment.
Right, and the first step is to read the situation. If someone has headphones in or is typing furiously on their phone, they probably don't want to be disturbed.
Excellent point. Look for people who are making eye contact and seem open. A simple comment about the shared situation is your best bet. In a long line, you can just turn to the person next to you and say with a small smile, "Wow, it's busy today."
They'll likely agree, and that might be the entire interaction. And that's okay. It's just a small positive human connection.
At a coffee shop, if you see someone with an interesting looking drink, you could ask, "Excuse me, that looks really good. What is it?"
That's a great one. People are often happy to give a recommendation. Waiting for public transport is another good one. You can ask, "Does this bus usually run on time?" or comment on the weather. Very simple, very safe.
The key in these situations is not to force it. If the other person gives a short answer and looks away, just let it go. But if they smile and respond enthusiastically, you can continue with another question. It's all about reading the signals. But even with all these tips, sometimes the biggest hurdle is internal. Angela, I think one thing that holds people back is anxiety. They know the rules, but they're just too nervous to start.
That's such an important point, Mike. The fear of saying the wrong thing or of awkward silences can be paralyzing. It's something many people struggle with. So we've covered a lot of ground today, from the basic rules of small talk to specific situations at work, in your neighborhood, at events, and even in line for coffee.
Let's do a quick recap of the main takeaways. First, ask open-ended questions to keep the conversation flowing.
Second, be a good listener. Pay attention and show genuine interest in what the other person is saying.
Third, stick to safe, positive topics like weather, hobbies, and weekend plans, and avoid anything controversial.
And finally, remember that the goal isn't to become best friends in 5 minutes. It's just to make a friendly connection.
Exactly. Like any skill, it gets easier with practice. So we encourage you to go out there and try it. Start small. Try a simple hello to a neighbor or a comment about the long line at the store.
You'll be a small talk pro in no time. That's all the time we have for today. Thanks for tuning in to the Practical English Podcast.
We'll see you next time. Happy chatting.